All right, what is going on, guys? Foles back again, coming at you with a showcase on the Speed Tensa Max Transcended T20. Shout out to my boy Logan for letting me do this showcase. And yeah, let's just get right into it. Now, I think that this character is an absolute beast. Going into Tensa, he has a lot going for him, and I personally love this character. Going into his actual skills, wait, let's just show the build real quick. Lieutenant's Badge, Artisanal T-Set, as well as Fortification Pill. Going into the links, we have Momo, Chad, and Quincy Ichigo. If he had the strong attack recharge full stam 16 link, I would have put that. I forget which one it is. Was it Toshiro? I don't even remember. I think it was movie Toshiro, but I might be wrong. Either way, I'm hoping that they come out with a few more. I think that there's only 3 at the moment. Could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that there's only 3 as of the recording of this video, July 2nd. Bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, as well as weakened defense. Pretty standard when it comes to the skills. Now let's just pull up the actual skills that we have on this character as base, right? So Sprinter +1, fire immunity, guard break, which is pretty good. I'm kind of sad he didn't get Havoc, but I'm kind of sad he didn't get Marauder, but I mean, it is what it is. That's just gonna keep him from being able to get tossed into content like extreme co-op. We have Havoc 20% for his strong attacks, which is good. Hit hidden enemies, which is awesome, so you never have to run a Zeta Ball on him. Pierce Iron Skin, which means that he is great for going into IT and shredding the enemies. Without Pierce Iron Skin, you are dealing 20% of the damage you normally would until the enemy gets inflicted with a status element. So Pierce Iron Skin, in my opinion, is really, really good, considering that this character got Superpower Link Stop Potions +5, Power Link Stop Potions +5, and for epic raids, he gets access to the Power Droplet Drop 30%. So you can take him into IZ for potions and super potions. You can take him into epic raids for droplets and potions, and then you can also take him into, obviously, enriched droplet zone to get yourself some more droplets, which I think is excellent. I really like this character because he has so many utility skills. Next, going under that, we have the skills that directly impact his strong attack damage, and that's going to be his Frenzy +1, his Berserker 60%, which is pretty high. Frenzy +1, Berserker 60% was given to Daddy Ichigo, so I did record some numbers for that. But the fact that this character gets damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment 100% means that this character gets access to damage of upwards to Frenzy +4. If you ever see a character with like Frenzy +2 with no Berserker, this character exceeds that damage and then some. Like, for example, if we take the damage of like something like Frenzy +4, like instead of, excuse me, Frenzy +3, excuse me. This is times damage for Frenzy, right? This is times damage for Frenzy +3, because it gets quadrupled pretty much, because you get 3 extra hits to your 1 strong attack hit, right? So this character has the Frenzy times 2, times 1.6 base, times 2 for the damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment +100%, and then he also gets 30% extra damage in co-op. So like, if you want to take just like straight up damage, right, assuming that you're calculating in just the Berserker 60%, which doesn't really scale that well, but we're going to take it just for the sake of the video, this is 800 damage as base, right? This means that like this has upwards of Frenzy +7 damage. That's stupid as hell. Like, in my opinion, it's stupid as hell. It's way too busted. Obviously, like, when it comes down to it, he doesn't have like increased status element spiritual pressure. He doesn't have like etc, etc. Like, there's a lot of like factors that go into actually dealing damage. But if you compare him to like an average character that gets like Berserker 40% Frenzy, this character literally deals double damage just because of the damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment +100%. And this is active 100% of the time whenever the enemy is not afflicted, which means that as long as you're using him for like single player content, he's always going to be dealing double damage no matter what. That's nuts. And then he's also getting melee damage +10% and 30% in co-op, which is stupid because that's all of his strong attacks. That's his normal attack, but who cares about that? And his special move is not affected by melee damage +10 +30%. He's just being affected by devastation 60% and damage to enemies not afflicted by an ailment +100%. This does count for his soul bomb, as well as his NAD, as well as his strong attacks. Like it's just wild. We're getting upwards of Berserker 96% thanks to the accessory as well as the Ichigo link. Then we have full stamina damage boost of 66%, so we're getting even more damage thanks to all of that. And yeah, so without further ado, let's take him into IT and see what he can do. I'm really excited. Keep in mind, in IT he's going to actually perform incredibly well just because of that Pierce Iron Skin, so be very careful about comparing his damage to another character's that doesn't have Pierce Iron Skin, that might not even have status elements, because he's just going to deal 5 times their damage. Really, you didn't link slot them at all? Oh, I would have link slotted them. I'll do a ×1 run. That way, at the very least, he can link slot that Noel later. Normally, I like to do the ×5 run, especially if they have 60 tickets, because you get an extra one. But like, honestly, it's just one run, really. Like, if you do like one IT single player, you'll get more potions than that. So 50,000, as you see there. When it comes to his kit, he literally has the 3k beam. Like, his Nad's gonna deal damage. Like, he has the 3k beam, he has the 960 AoE second strong attack, and then he has a standard full screen third strong attack. I love the animation on that. Hidden enemies comes in clutch along with the Pierce Iron Skin. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, he's immune to burn too, so like we don't have to worry about that. Oh, Pierce Iron Skin is so broken, dude. Alright. We lost our full stam because my dummy wanted to like nad for some reason. I don't know, I like to nad sometimes. Not really in co-op because like the lag is just dumb. In single player, you're also not taking anywhere near the damage you normally would in something like co-op. And we should get full stem off that. Now this Ichigo is not a Soul Reaper. Getsuga Tenshu. 253k. Keep in mind that giving him weakened defense is not bad, because weakened defense will not trigger... excuse me. It won't deactivate the damage inflicted to an enemy without a status ailment. Like, weakened defense, weakened attack, debuff mechanic, those are not considered status ailments. Status ailments are simply the icons that are above the strong attacks, like the little burn icon, etc. So let's take him into IZ, see what he can do there. We do have Killer here, which is good, so that we won't have to calculate that. Are you getting orbs from this? That's actually hilarious. Okay. Alright, let's check out his NAD real quick. 23,000. 23,000 is the number that you'll get from like a max transcended Daddy Ichigo's third strong attack. From one hit. Not the whole strong attack, but yeah, one hit. Alright, so first strong attack, 79,000. So 79,000. That's stupid, right? 79,000. Actually, let's pull it up again. I'm sorry. I hate when I can't see the numbers. There we go. Let's do that. 81,000? Yeah, we'll do 80k just to keep it simple. Multiplies by 6. We're dealing 480,000 on the first strong attack. Just to let y'all know how stupidly OP this is, I tested Daddy Ichigo with the same exact build as this character. Max Transcended, T20, full stamina damage boost, like the works. Literally everything, the links, the accessories. And he dealt, with his first strong attack, with Killer in IZ, 216,000 damage without his boost. Like, obviously Daddy Ichigo has a boost mechanic, like the boost for the second strong attack. But this Tensa is dealing 2.22 more damage. He is dealing 122% more damage than Daddy Ichigo would. Just, the reason I wanted to get like a baseline with Daddy Ichigo is that he has a Berserker 60%, he has Frenzy, full stamina damage boost 25% built in from the T20 skills. So like, this Tensa is dealing double his damage. If that gives you any indication of how strong these meta characters are that like have come out in the last like 2 years, right? Going into the third strong attack, we have 81,000, multiply that by 8. 81,000 multiplies by 8, because that's how many hits you get. We're going to divide this by what the Ichigo did. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. We're dealing 115% more on that strong attack. Just keep in mind that there's always a range. Like, if I do my third strong attack, you're going to see 81,000 to like 84,000, I want to say. There's 80,000, there was an 87. And just wait the 6 seconds. Give me 1 second. Alright, we're going to do our third strong attack. Watch this. Yeah, you'll see there between 87,000. 87,000 is insane damage, man. 87,000, this character with no status elements, 87,000, multiply this by 8, 696,000. And that's not even taking into account like if the enemy has like weakened defense, right? Alright, so we're gonna use our soul bomb here. We're gonna test out what kind of damage he'll deal with his soul bomb alone. 404,000. Let's actually, you know what? I'm gonna take him into the boss room. Let's see if we can get like an average of that, because I don't want that to be on the lower end, and I don't want, and if it's on the high end, I actually wouldn't mind it. I do like big numbers. Pause. $413,000, 418,000. All right, we'll take the 413K. I saw one that was lower than that, so I'm just gonna average it out to 413,000. This is a special move, right? So if we take out his skills once again, we're gonna calculate in the skill, the stuff that gets calculated in there. We do have weakened defense, so we're gonna get access to that. Let's see here. We're gonna multiply the weakened defense, multiplies by 3 plus the original 413,000. This dude's dealing 2 million damage, and this is with no status elements. That's incredible. Okay, so one thing that I definitely want to make note of, the 81,000 from that third strong attack that we did is cute, considering that that was not in co-op. So if we actually divide the 10% melee damage and then we multiply in the 30% damage in co-op quests, this character is dealing 95,700 damage against enemies with pierced iron skin, as if they weren't already dead enough. We're gonna multiply this by 8, and his third strong attack in co-op content such as epic raids, if you actually maybe not epic raids, because you don't get that ×3 killer effect in epic raids, but still we have the 765,800 damage on his third strong attack in content like IT and content like IZ in co-op in particular. If we actually divide this by 1.6 and multiply this by 1.2 in epic raids, this third strong attack is still dealing 574k. This is soul bomb level damage for, I want to say, 80% of the characters that were released in the last 2 years. That's insane with his third strong attack. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much the Tensa in a nutshell. I could do more like just videos. I'm not videos. I could do more runs and stuff like that, but honestly, I think you guys get the idea about how strong this Tensa actually is. Obviously, he doesn't nuke as hard as Macy, because Macy has like bombardment. She has, I believe she has weaken. It's been, I never pulled her. I wish I pulled her. I played with her like 3 times, and she was I played with her like 4 or 5 times, like 4 or 5 different runs, and she's hella fun to play with too. So honestly, when it comes to between Tensa and Macy, I like both of them. And the fact that Tensa is a premium pool character means that you're very, I don't want to say very likely, but you're more likely to max transcend him as opposed to like going for Macy, because Macy's probably not going to get another individual banner ever again, which is kind of unfortunate. I hope K-Lab fixes that. But yeah, anyways, I'm leaving it at that. As Brown will catch up here. Stay blessed, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully, the comparison with someone like Daddy Ichigo. I know that Daddy Ichigo is like 2-year-old character, but he was still like the best in class for his time, and they have the same exact strong attack kit. So I wanted to have you guys just get a little bit more information on how strong this character actually is. Anyways, I'm leaving it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all in the next one. Peace.